The bear disguised himself as a shark, sneaking underwater to scare away fishermen and confiscate all the fish they caught. The bear was extremely hungry that day. He saw the fishermen release the small fish back into the lake. The bear immediately came up with a brilliant idea. He quickly ran over, grabbed a bunch of fishing nets and tools, but the fisherman immediately took all of the bear's fishing equipment. Then, he went back to the fish hatchery. He started planting the fish fry. First, he selected the fry to raise. He placed them in the water tank and covered them with water. Then, he watered the fry. Before long, the fry grew out of the tank and poked their heads above the water. Next, he took the fry to the pond. Right in front of the bear, he threw them into the lake. The bear eagerly jumped into the water. He immediately grabbed a 2-centimeter long fish. Just as he was about to eat it, a big fish swallowed the small fish. The bear became furious. He quickly yanked the big fish out and threw it back into the water. But the next second, the bear came up with an even better plan. He used the small fish as bait. In no time, he caught a bunch of big fish that would surely fill his stomach. Then, the fisherman came over and tossed a bunch of small fish into the lake. The bear's intelligence completely shut down. He abandoned all the fish and rushed to catch the small ones. Realizing his mistake, he sat down on the ground and cried. Just then, another small fish swam by. The bear immediately grabbed it and used the same trick again. At that moment, the man saw him and came over to measure the fish. The bear immediately stretched the small fish, but the man angrily punched him into the water. However, this taught the bear a new way to catch fish. He followed the fish school, and before long, he caught a dozen big fish. Just as the bear was about to leave, he saw an even bigger fish. He quickly dropped the fish in his hands to chase it. To his surprise, it was a fish-shaped balloon, and its owner was standing on the shore. Feeling down, the bear went to the man and said that a little boy on the shore had bullied him, but the man didn't believe him and punched him again. Furious, the bear grabbed the boy's toy, put the boat's bottom on his head, and dove into the water, disguised as a shark to scare everyone away. With his bounty, the bear prepared to head home, but he saw the man again. He quickly hid the fish in a jar. To his surprise, the man also put the fish into the jar. The bear, being kind, helped the man. Then the bear looked at the jar full of fish, excitedly crawling inside, but the man came back wearing a different outfit. To the bear's astonishment, the man flew a helicopter right out of the jar and into the air. When the man reached his destination, the bear still didn't understand what was going on. The man opened the helicopter door and threw all the fish into the pond. Poor bear, hanging under the helicopter, struggled to get back into the plane but got his toes caught. Before he could react, another batch of fish was thrown out. The bear immediately tried to grab them, but the next second, he fell along with the fish into the pond.